Well, hello, mamas. Jessica Coulter here, CEO and founder of Ace Cookie Tutoring. Today I am all warm and bundled up because it's chilly here. So, hope you guys are keeping warm as we are officially in December. We're talking about time management secret 4 today. And we're focusing on all of those tools that are available to your teen to keep track of his time. So, all those electronic calendars, those apps, those whiteboards, those wall calendars, all those things. Now, the thing we're going to focus on is how do these tools relate to your teen's learning style? So that's my question for you as we begin to study with Jessie today, and that is, do you know your teen's learning style? If you do, share it with me down below, whether we've got a visual, auditory, or tactile or kinesthetic learner. Let me know what your child is. If you know, great. If you don't, totally okay, because you won't be the first mama to tell me so. Before we talk about why these learning styles matter to the time management tools out there, I want to say welcome to my YouTube channel, to my Facebook business page, and also encourage you to join me in my Facebook group after the video if you're not already a member. All right, you shared with me whether your teen's auditory, visual, or kinesthetic. This matters a lot, because everything that I teach, everything related to teaching teens how to learn so they can love to learn, everything in my Love to Learn study program is based on your child's learning style. Okay? For me, I'm very visual, I'm very kinesthetic. So that means visual learners, we love our colors. So any way you can incorporate colors, images, graphs, diagrams, all those kind of things into time management, that's going to help your visual learner manage his time way better. Okay, this means that if he chooses a color for like tests, anytime he writes something in his planner, on his wall calendar, puts it in his phone, whatever system he chooses, if tests are always blue, if daily homework's always red, if, assignments that are 3 weeks out are this color, whatever your child chooses, make it related to colors. Okay. Our visual learners also need to actually see what's on their to-do list, need to see what's on their schedule. So that means there needs to be some way for him to look at it every day as often as possible. Okay, so whether that's something he looks at as soon as he gets home from school, whether it's something he can refer to in class every day, whether it's something that he constantly adds to and he's constantly rereading. Okay, you see in here, our visual learners need to have their eyes involved, no matter what tool, what system, colors, words, something to look at is important for our visual learners. Okay. Next type of learner, kinesthetics, so very hands-on. So the more you can involve your teen with some kind of movement, some kind of activity, some kind of craft, essentially, your kinesthetic learner is going to manage his time better. So this is awesome for our kiddos that are scratching things off to-do lists. They're putting X's or erasing things on their whiteboards, okay? These learners, when they're managing their time, they do really, really well with sticky notes. So ask your teen, how often are you using sticky notes to manage your time? And if your kinesthetic learner says never, well, you've got a very good idea as to why that missing assignment is always happening, why that late work just seems to sit in his backpack forever, why he doesn't know about that test tomorrow. So tie in physical things, hands-on things to get your kinesthetic, your tactile learner much more involved and better able to manage his time. So before we talk about our auditory learners, I want to say again, thanks for being here. I want to encourage you, if you haven't already, to hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button on YouTube, on Facebook, so you don't miss any more videos, because there will be more time management secrets, more events, more study skills, all sorts of goodies just for mamas like you. All right, auditory learners. Can you guess what they use? What their learning style means, how it works to time management? Well, in case you don't know, in case you're going, oh, Jessica, just tell me. They are all about their ears. They're all about hearing, okay? So you're going, okay, I need colors for my visual learner. I need something hands-on for my kinesthetic learner. How am I going to tie in hearing to my auditory learners? Well, auditory learners, they're the kiddos that do really, really well in class when there's lectures, when all they have to do is sit and listen. Okay, that's what they want to do. So what I've suggested to my students who have been auditory learners when we talk about time management organization in my Love to Learn program is I encourage them to do a recording of their tasks, of those upcoming projects, of those papers, of those things they know and they need to do. I encourage them to do this every single night before bed and listen to the recording in the morning. Okay, if your teen hears some kind of recording, he's going to remember it way better if he's auditory than if he just flips open his planner and rereads it, or if he grabs a sticky note and puts it, on the front of a notebook. Okay, your auditory learner has to involve his ears somehow, some way in everything he does. And since we're talking about time management today, there has to be some kind of sound, some kind of recording, something for your auditory listener to listen to remember what's on his schedule, what's on his plan for the day, for the week, for the month. Okay? And just how I clapped right then, day of the month, that's something else for auditory learners. It can also be very helpful for kinesthetic learners. But we'll talk more about that in my group. We'll talk more about that in my Love to Learn program. But if you've got some questions, drop them down below, or even better, join me in my group so I can answer them one-on-one for you, provide even more videos, even more resources that are going to help you, they're going to help your teen love to learn so you can actually be successful, manage his time, because once those time management skills are learned, your teen's never going to have another late assignment. He's never going to forget about another test. Those grades are going to go up. And even more importantly, the content, the comprehension is going to go up. So thanks so much. See you tomorrow for the last time management secret. And I'll see you next week for my time management event. Bye, mamas.